Maybe let's start off with saying Merry Christmas, Sibongile, and paint a picture for us.
Merry Christmas to you too, Sam. Yes, the picture is still the same. There's still lots of traffic volumes, people going into the Lebombo border post, going over to Mozambique. Some of the people that we've spoken to here on the queues, asking them, why are you traveling today? Mostly what I've seen and what I've spoken to is South Africans who are going on holidays. Some guys are telling us that they left it until today because they thought that Christmas would be better in terms of traffic volumes and processing of their passports at the border. But obviously, clearly they were wrong because volumes are still very much high. Nothing has changed from yesterday and Friday. We are told that just over 60,000 people have gone past the Lebombo border post just this weekend alone. But to tell us more about the operations here at the border is an official from Home Affairs. Ma'am, good morning and welcome. Just tell us, what has been the latest?
Good morning and welcome, Sibongile. Merry Christmas. Today we are not anticipating any traffic volumes. What you see now in the morning is going to be handled and managed by 11 o'clock. You will not believe that this is the same port you were in. This is said based on experiences from the past because people rush to be processed in the morning. But other than that, the operation went well in terms of our plans. We didn't experience much challenges. But then this is not the end for us. It's only the end for the departing traffic. We will be faced with the returning traffic.
Just a few pointers for travelers. What should they bring to make the process easy? And also, what are the causes of this congestion around about this time?
The causes, of course, it's a lot of people are traveling. Secondly, there are delays in some cases because of the documents that are incomplete. You find a big family of 4, but children are not documented accordingly, or friends are traveling with other people's children and they do not have all the documents, in particular in respect of children, because we are very sensitive for their safety in terms of the unabridged birth certificates and also the letters of consent from the parents. Some of the people that we are faced with today and yesterday, it's people from mines whose mines were closing yesterday. So those are the ones that we are still dealing with.
Also, you spoke about another tip to travelers traveling in group. Can you elaborate on that?
The challenge is the road infrastructure. I think you have seen, Sibongile, that we can only manage with 2 lanes. But most of the road coming to the border, it is very narrow, and there is a lot of vehicles that are coming through. So it's better when they are using groups, because the queues on the road will not be long as they are now. But then people are going to different destinations, and people have gotten their payouts for bonuses, and they are buying vehicles. You know, in the past, we used to deal with a lot of buses. We would deal with 69 buses in one day, but that has changed now, meaning that those people, they are still moving, but they are moving in small vehicles. So that is why the queues are long on the road.
Just lastly, give us the figures for the last 24 hours and maybe from 1 a.m. this morning to 7.
In the last 24 hours, we have processed over 24,000 people. And from the early hours morning until 7, we have done 4,000, which I do not expect to increase much. As I have said, that today, by 11 o'clock, the port will be quiet.
Okay, that was our Home Affairs official telling us what has been happening. They are opened 24 hours a day since the start of the festive season in trying to deal with this. They have also increased their workforce, working 2 shifts in one day from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. until 6 p.m. until the following morning and 6 a.m. But I'm just going to move off camera just to show you the steep hill where the cars are coming from into the border. This is now where most cars are giving in because their clutches fail. The other guy's car's radiator was faulty, the brakes and everything. This is the stretch of road that leads to the border. Now, this traffic is about 1.5 kilometers to the border. There are 3 roadblocks on the stretch of road just before you see this traffic, where all the cars and personnel and drivers are being checked. They check for roadworthiness of the car. the driver's licenses, the weight as well. Where you're seeing now the Home Affairs officials, they are also checking they group the cars in the number of parking space at the border. So not all cars are just allowed to pass. They count the number according to availability. They are communicating with the other officials who are at the front. Then they can check the cars. There are 2 bays where cars are checked. There is another bay at the right where they are dealing mostly with trucks, bus and taxis to process those big loads and many people on that side. And then on the left side is where they do small cars, people traveling, families. But people are urged, especially taxi drivers and buses, to always have documentation, because there is a 15,000 rand fine if you are not documented and the people you are transporting are not documented. With that, it's back to you in studio, Sam.
That's our reporter, Sibongile Mkani, bringing us up to date with the latest developments at the Lebombo border post. And of course, we appreciate her working on Christmas Day, and hopefully none of those clutches fail.